Live from Arkansas's streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 8 on THV 11 Plus.
Welcome to your weather on the 8s on THV 11 Plus, because it's 8 o'clock and you're about to get the weather here in just a minute.
And traffic too.
That's for kids from the 90s, by the way, if you watch the Weather Channel all the time, 24/7. So.
Oh, see,
what's up, y'all?
This is the TV. You know every
my grandmother only watched the weather. We watched the Weather Channel, Wheel of Fortune, and we ate SpaghettiOs. That's what we did.
That sounds about right.
Local on the 8s.
Yep. Wheel of Fortune.
My mom told me that weather, she said it's like MTV for old people.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, when we were young and we watched MTV.
Well, is the weather impacting the traffic this morning?
It is not, luckily. Yeah. But yesterday when I was driving back from a volleyball game, yes, people have their flashers on. It was just not fun at all. But luckily, Tracy will tell you more about this, but I think that the roads are starting to dry up a little bit. Let's see what's going on with these accidents. So we have an accident on 430. This is northbound, 17 miles per hour. You can see it's moving very slow. This is near mile marker 2. It is causing some slowdowns. There is a tow truck on the scene. Hopefully this will be clear pretty soon, but it is causing a backup there. Past the interchange on to 30 eastbound. It's typically slow this time of day, but maybe even a little slower because of this accident. We all have also been watching an accident over here at 440. It was on the off ramp. It looks like it's starting to clear, but this is exit 4. So I think they've got traffic moving there. Just be aware that there are tow trucks on the scene and vehicles off to the shoulder there too. We've got our slowdowns on 630 starting to look a lot better there around the University exit. And we also have our North Terminal interchange slowdown, also slow around McCain Mall in that area on 57 southbound. This is what it looks like on 430. So we see the tow truck worker. He's trying to get it clear. Law enforcement on the scene. Vehicles moving past that a little bit slow, but Tracy, it is moving. So we'll get a look at our drive times coming up.
That is good news. As we can see on live radar, not any rain falling in central Arkansas. That's good. We are seeing all of that in southern Arkansas. They didn't get it till the wee hours of the morning around 3 or 4. So again, making its way through, working that atmosphere over. And we're seeing some areas of some heavier rain, especially in that southern portion of the state. And we do have a flash flood warning until 10:15 for a few counties there. But off to the east there, we're also seeing some heavier rain around Dumas and McGee, Monticello. But it will continue just to make its way on out of the state, and we'll all start to see maybe a little bit of sunshine, but a lot of cloud cover today as well. But it's going to get a little cooler, so we are excited about that. Lots of clouds out there. We will see a few little scattered showers today, but nothing like what we saw last night into the overnight hours, so that is good news. But out there right now, just mainly overcast skies. Like I said, we may see a little pop of sunshine here and there, but we'll talk more about this better forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Tracy, thank you. Major changes are coming to the way child care centers in Arkansas receive state subsidies that are meant to help families cover daycare costs, and they're changes that not everyone is welcoming.
The state is shifting from an incentive-based system to one tied directly to market rates. Now that means almost all child care providers will now receive the same payment amount regardless of quality levels.
So for centers that did invest in higher incentive standards, level 3 through 6, the new structure amounts to a significant cut.
They will all now get the same amount, which is at the level 2 better beginning. So it doesn't matter if they're a level 7, level 4, level 2, they will all get the same amount of reimbursement for their quality rating.
You do all the things that they want you to do to get the raise. You give them the raise, and now they're taking the raise back.
Right now, the program serves about 16,000 families.
And state leaders say the new plan will clear the backlog, removing the wait list of more than 1,100 kids currently waiting for care. In another policy shift that could have an impact here in Arkansas, the Trump administration is doing away with a long-running national study that tracks food insecurity across the nation. The Agriculture Department says the survey relied too much on subjective responses and had grown less accurate over time. Critics, however, point out the move follows congressional actions that either paused or cut funding for food banks and altered SNAP benefits. The Arkansas Food Bank says the change is significant, but emphasizes that they and their partners have been preparing for this. In our next half hour, we'll have a look at how they are relying on other data to serve the state.
It is 8:06. We have a THV 11 update to a controversial traffic stop by an elected constable in Jefferson County. William Hamilton faced criticism after trying to pull over a 25-year-old woman outside his jurisdiction in an unmarked vehicle. Hamilton has since submitted a letter to the Jefferson County judge to say he will step away from his duties December 31st. As for the potential charges tied to last week's traffic stop, authorities say that decision is to be made by the county's prosecuting attorney. President Trump is back at the White House this morning after addressing the United Nations General Assembly in New York. In his speech, he declared the U.S. is in a, quote, golden age. He also voiced strong support for Ukraine, saying the country can reclaim territory lost to Russia with the backing of the European Union. The president is urging world leaders to quit buying Russian fuel, saying it only contributes to the ongoing conflict.
They can't be doing what they're doing. They're buying oil and gas from Russia while they're fighting Russia. It's embarrassing to them, and it was very embarrassing to them when I found out about it, I can tell you that. But they have to immediately cease all energy purchases from Russia. Otherwise, we're all wasting a lot of time.
The president criticized migration and green energy policies, especially those in Europe, calling on the UN to take a tougher stance in addressing global conflicts. Here at home, let's turn back to Ashley King and a check of the traffic on this Wednesday morning.
Yeah, it's getting very busy on our roads right after 8 here this morning, and we have another accident to talk about. This is on 430 near the Rodney Parham exit. So this is exit 8. Let's take a closer look at what's going on with it. It is backing up traffic going both ways at this point. As you can see, I-430 southbound, like I said, Rodney Parham exit impacting the left lane and left shoulder, and also impacting the left lane going northbound on 430. So this is going to be an area that you're going to see a lot of delays. You probably want to take a different route if you're traveling here on 430. We had that other accident too on 430. This is closer to the interchange here with Interstate 30. This is near mile marker 2, impacting the left shoulder. They should be clearing this pretty soon, but as you can see, it's causing some delays here. 430 northbound just before the accident, only moving at 17 miles per hour, and it's backing up traffic on 230 eastbound. We had that accident over here also on 440 eastbound at exit 4. It looks like they're starting to clear that. Slowdown's looking better on 630 eastbound, and still a little bit slow at the North Terminal interchange. I wanted to get to a view of this wreck so you can see how that it is backing up traffic and what a mess that this is causing right here. So be careful on the roads this morning. We'll get another look at that to see how it's going in just a few minutes.
All right. Well, luckily we don't have any rain falling to complicate that issue, so they're able to get that worked and cleared quickly. We are still seeing a lot of cloud cover out there, and most of the activity, of course, is moved south. We're still seeing some heavier rain there as well, and a few little light showers are possible as we're heading through the afternoon as well, maybe even a rumble of thunder, but that bulk of the rain had already pushed through, so that's good news. But out there right now, mainly overcast sky, but it doesn't feel too bad out there, and we're going to see little pops of sunshine here and there, but not a ton of it. We do have that frontal boundary that will make its way through, and that's going to kick off a little bit of disturbance of unrest, and that's going to trigger a few of those storms this afternoon. But again, they'll be very isolated at best, and looking for a high around the low 80s, and not too bad for this first week of fall. But overall, we're going to continue to see conditions improve. We'll talk more about that in my forecast and that cooler weather for the weekend right after this break.